Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz, WELDERFABBER, and today we're going to go over to start this chapter by going over to Radcliffe, Manchester, to see a guy called Joe Phillips. Big Joe, I like to call him. We have done a little bit of work for Joe before. I think he has been on the channel, and he wants us to make a wash grid to go over a pit that he's got in his yard that he's washing wagons and machines and stuff, and I think it's about, I don't know, 1,300 deep, something like that. So he's got steel plates over it in the minute, and he dropped one of the steel plates into the pit and it was all work getting it out. So we're going to make a proper grid for him with like box sections and an angle iron frame, and you'll see when we come to build it. But that's how we'll start the chapter, so let's get myself over to Radcliffe. Alright, so I've just landed in Radcliffe at Big Joe Phillips yard. How are you, lad? I've seen you for a bit.
No.
So tell us what you're after.
Basically, we've got a wash pit there. We need like a grid making for the top of it, so all the muck goes down into the bottom of it and keeps you out a bit tidier.
Oh, we've got a police chopper up there.
Looking for you.
Looking for me. Right, so this is pretty much, I've made quite a few of these in the past. A couple at Hurt Plant, one at Wigan Gravair. What was that one now? And now we'll make one for Joe. So that runs into an interceptor, and all he does is dig it out now and again. And what he's got on at the moment is some big steel plates, 25mm thick steel plates. And he nearly dropped one in it there, did you, Joe?
I got one this morning, we have to fish it out.
You dropped one in this morning?
Yeah.
So we're going to eliminate that and just make one big grid. So I'd say like a 150 by 150 angle iron frame all the way around with some 100x50 box sections running across. I'll work out how many we need, because it's 7 metres long and 1 metre wide. How many wagons have you got, Joe?
We're running 6 wagons at the moment. 4 tippers, 1 uploader and a grab wagon. And we've got an old Fordham we put on road every so often. But
Oh, that old Fordham,
yeah.
Where is it? Is it out now?
No, not today.
Is it not?
No.
Proper thing, that, isn't it? Proper thing. So what do you do? Muck away?
Muck away, aggregates, road planings.
A bit of this, a bit of that.
Yeah, whatever you want really.
You need to get yourself a crusher.
As long as you're paying, I'm not bothered.
Yeah. As long as you pay, that's the one. As long as you get paid these days. It's hard work these days, I tell you. That's why I get paid up front on more stuff. Or before it leaves the workshop. And Joe knows all about that, don't you?
Yep.
Sound. So I'll price this up and get a price over to you this afternoon.
Sound perfect.
Alright, mate. So that was Big Joe for you. And now I'm driving back to the workshop, and Archie's just given me a call from Moorfield Plant. So we'll go, he's got a couple of jobs he wants us to do, so we'll go over to Accrington now, we're back. And I'm just trying to work out how much steel we need for that little pit there. So if it's 7 metres long and 1 metre wide, yeah, so we want to leave a 20mm gap down all the way around it, don't we? So we want to be 960 to the outside. So if the box sections are 950 and the angle iron is 10mm on each side, we've got 960. That gives us a 20mm gap down each side. How many box sections do we need at 7 metres long, at 100x50 stood up on its end? So there'd be 10 to 1 metre, wouldn't there? 10 to 1 metre. So there'd be 70 box sections. Am I right or am I wrong? 70 box sections. So we've got 70 box sections at 960, 940, whatever it is. And then 2 at 7.3. That'll allow us to notch the angle iron going across at each end. If it's 7 metres long, so 7.3, yeah, 2 at 7.3, 2 at 960, and all the box sections at 960, if that's the length I'm going to go for. Just working out whilst I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? And I'll pull over in a minute, and then I'll ring a steel supplier and get a price whilst I'm out on the road. Let's go to Archie's. I've just landed in Archie's yard, and this lad is flat out busy. So if you look at some of the machines he's got in, he's got this loading shovel stripped down. This Cat D6K. Looks like it's picked up on cylinder 1. You probably won't be able to see it on cam, but there's a lot of scores on that inside that inside the housing there. New slew ring being fitted. And non-stop attachments coming in, which is what I've come to look at really, because you want stuff a hard facing. So there's some munchers and a few other bits and bats that he wants us to hard face. So this is Archie, Archie's place at Moorfield Plant Services in Accrington. So if you don't have any machines that need looking at, especially cats, because he loves cats. Yeah, he's an ex-Finnings lad and loves working on cat machines, but he did do the loading shovel for asphalt for us, didn't he? So proper good lad, proper good lad. I'll go and find out where he is. So that's a couple of nice little jobs for Callum and Sam, that hard facing on munchers and pulverisers, as and when Archie needs us to come and do them, so which should be pretty soon. Anyway, I'm just going to head back to the workshop and see where Callum's up to, because there's some little forklifts being dropped off that need some alterations too, that I'll show you when I get back to the workshop. So these are the little trucks I was talking about, little Toyota trucks. Well, what we've had to do, we've had to narrow these forks. There was a 100mm gap here before, and now we've made that 150mm gap so it'll fit a Euro pallet. Also, these are going to have to be cut down. About 20mm off that and about 20mm off that. These will have to be tested once it's all been re-welded up. They cut down alright, Cal? Did they cut down alright?
Yeah, I put 30mm out of the centre.
30mm?
Yeah, and then we put from that line back over.
So on a good 3mm gap there to get a full pen butt weld in it, yeah? Same on that one.
That's cut through with grinders, little grinders.
And we'll put some smaller wheels on. Where's the bigger wheels? Here we are. For a smaller wheel. Well, that'll have to be narrower. And that'll fit in there nicely now. Whereas that was in there before. As you can see how much we've had to shorten it. Need a piece of 25mm plate in there or something, won't it? Fill that gap in. Right. Like I say, this will be tested once it's done. This is part of the main frame, if you see at the bottom here. And all this is welded to that. So rather than stripping it all down, taking the mast off and that, we're just going to cut it down. I know it sounds a bit sketchy, but it will get a ticket put on it once it's done. Lola ticket. So I've just priced the job for Big Joe, that wash grid. And it comes in at 1.2 tonne that, with all that box section and that angling. So I've rung Joe with the price and he's okayed it. The material is ordered and will be in a couple of days. So that's another job in my little job book that I got off Baxenden Carbreakers. So cheers for that book, James, because this is the money book. I call it the money book. That's where all the jobs go when we get paid and pricing wise. But yeah, we've got that order. We'll crack on with that when the steel comes in. But me and Callum are going up to Scotland this week. And that will be a standalone episode. Right at top end of Scotland. Doing a job on a little dumper. So look out for that one. So just pricing another job here. It's like a little chain rack, a movable chain rack. I'll show you the little sketch that I've got off Ricker. I don't know if you can see that on cam. So good. So it's like a little chain rack with an open mesh floor and some forklift pockets. Well, these guys, Ricker. I've actually just sent the price to Rick and he's okayed it. So that's another job that we've got to crack on with. So you'll see that drawing come to life probably in the next chapter, to be honest with you. Another little job that's coming. All these little jobs add up. So I've just bought this little track cutter from Belfast. It's a Weld Gas track cutter. We bought it from Belfast direct. Now then, I've had a few of these in my time, so this is brand new out of the box. And you can just put normal P&M nozzles in it, which is oxypropane nozzle. Now then, that will cut up to 75mm, this nozzle. And the way it works is, just turn your propane on, turn your oxygen on like you would with a normal gun, and then bang, that blows your oxygen through. We've got our speed, so if we lock it on, we've got our speed here, what it's going to travel at down the track. Now it's moving there now. So with having this little forklift job in here, I could have done these by hand, but I thought it's a little opportunity to buy a little track cutter. And why we're cutting these down is because they need to sit into them that Cal's just cut down, like on this one here. I know what you'll be saying in comments, oh, what are you doing that? But these will be down rated and tested with a new plate on the side of them. All right. So this is the first time of using this. I've not even fired it up yet. Let's see how it works. Piece of steel plate on the floor if you're ever cutting against concrete, so the sparks don't explode the concrete, damaging your concrete really, blowing back at you. So we've got that lined up. The centre of that nozzle wants to be just to that side of the line, which is what it is, and it's set at 90 degrees. So if we lock it off where it is, right, so we'll get a bit of heat into the material first. So we could go down a little bit closer with that. Look at it fall. I can wait. We're just warming the material up nicely. So we're cutting 50mm, 55mm there. So we'll set it at a slow speed, lock it off. That's not a bad speed, that. I could go probably a little bit faster. Sam, you move them more grips in a sec, yeah? Not yet, I'll tell you when. Nice cut. Very nice cut. So this is, like I say, the first ever cut for this track cutter. Time to move that more grits out from one side to the other. That's it. I'm going to go as far as I can till it comes to a stop, and then we'll have to do the rest by hand. Not going to be far away though, are we? Right, so if I loosen that off and I'll put that in. Switch your gas off first, propane off first. Unlock, slide it back, clamp off. Now let's take a look at that cut. Beautiful. I'm impressed with that for the first cut, are you, Cal? Yeah. Bang on. So now we'll cut all 4 legs with this. Alright, so that's these 2 little forklifts done now. Take it up a little bit, Sam. So this gap now is 150mm, whereas before it was only 100mm. So now they will go into Euro pallets. So they're going to go away to be tested now then, and have a ticket put on them. We've had a couple more attachments coming here. I'm not sure what that is. A forester mulcher So it's like got a bit of a shredder up front of it, and we're going to replace a couple of these and re-hard face the rest of it, or whatever needs hard facing anyway. That one needs cutting off. I think there's a couple of them that need cutting off. I'm not re-welding on. Got this little claw coming as well, that we're going to strengthen the centre arm on it as it keeps bending. Like, you see how this has got like a plate on the outside to stiffen it up? Well, we're going to do the same with that one there on the middle, and have a look at all the pins and bushes, etc. inside it. The Scania truck, we put that back a week. We're waiting for the original truck to come in to fit that. We probably mentioned that in a previous chapter. Had a bit of a disaster today with this gun. Speedy Fab tab, dropped a beam on the gun, off one of the new X3s. So instead of getting a Kempy gun, we're going to get one of them, what are they called, Cal? Arc Technology water-cooled guns. Really good. We have them on the Warriors in the vans, so we're going to try the water-cooled one, test that out. So yeah, Dan's got a lot of steel work running through at the minute. This is a filling job, the grid off the J4. Tomorrow we're going to go and fit some steel work, us three. And then Sam, I'm going to give you a job to do whilst me and Callum are going to Scotland on Thursday. I'm going to give you your own job to do, alright? These lads can keep an eye on your workshop whilst we're out on site. Me and Cal are going right at the top end of Scotland. Cal, you might as well crack on with this now and start it now, yeah? Start doing a bit of gouging with the PowerMax 85 Sync. Brilliant for gouging, although the Archer is just as good. So just landed in Bolton with Joel.
How do you guys?
How do you, mate? So Joel, you're one of the bosses at Crossman and Walsh Luxury Homes.
Aye, we are.
Is it just you and Danny?
Just me and Dan, yeah.
Just you and Dan, the main. So Dan's on his way, you know. We've come to put a bit of steelwork up today. That's landed on the deck there. We've not fabricated that. That's coming from somewhere else. I've been on this job before and put them steels up that you can see there. And what do you want us to do today, Joel?
We need some plates welding to carry the pot and beam floor, so they'll be going in. Carl's on with that, and then we're going to put all these beams together. We should have had a crane here today, but they've let us down, so it's coming tomorrow. So Baz is going to put everything together for us, and we're going to land it all and bolt it together.
So that's a bit of a letdown, because we were supposed to put all this up today, and the crane driver's just literally rung 10 minutes ago, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Can't come. So I'll put together what I can on the floor with this little telehandler. We brought some angle irons with us, some 100mm10 that we're welding some box sections up there. Callum's just getting welder out at van now. And yeah, it'll be a shorter day rather than a longer day, won't it?
Should we have a mooch inside?
Yeah, well, we'll around this side. I mean, I will come back tomorrow, Joe, but we're going up north. So we'll have to come back Monday. Are you going to try and land what you can?
Yeah, try. See what I can get a clip of that lovely brickwork there.
Is that your brickwork?
Oh, a bit of lovely brickwork there.
You do a good job, Joel, I must admit. Proper job. How many bricks can you lay in a day?
Thousands. No, I don't know. What a good brick here between 400 and 500. Very neat. But you can throw them in. You get a few people who are throwing them in nowadays. 1,000 a day. But it looks like they put them in with a slingshot.
1,000 bricks a day, but looks like they put them in with a slingshot. You've done a good job here, lad. It soon goes up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Since we were last here.
That looks good. Have a bunch of it back here. Funny, isn't it?
How many bedrooms?
8. Big entertainment room, size of a football, 5-a-side pitch in the roof space.
Is it?
All that garage size there,
Yeah.
that's all open entertaining space. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Proper job. One day, Joe, we might be able to afford a house like this.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it, I know. I doubt it. But
Yeah,
you
something
you
size
never
of
know.
garage, I'll be happy.
You never know. Just this size would do for me. Just this side of the house. Yeah. Right. We'll get welded up, get these angles welded on and bolt together what we can. So we're going to weld an angle line on the back side of that box section that Sam's just cleaning up. Well, I'm more impressed with brickwork. Matt, have you done this brickwork? Hey, you go on them new house builds these days, and the brickwork is absolutely shocking, isn't it?
Terrible. No one has any pride anymore, that's what it is. No one takes pride in their work.
So that's the good thing about builders like this, building luxury homes, getting good pride, good quality brickwork, good lads on the job. Impressive, that son. And the time scales that you've done it in as well.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it on our toes.
Yeah. Beautiful. So Crossman Walsh Luxury Homes, I will put a link in the description. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to put that steel work up today, and there's no need for us all to be here, so I'll sort it so Callum can bolt the steel together. There's only a few items that need bolting together down there before the lift, and let him weld the angle irons on, which I'll show you now. Do it with a little Warrior MIG, like always. There's the angle iron. Just run the inverter out of the van. Proper. Everybody should take pride in the work. Everybody. Get these lads that just throw things together, these young lads that just throw things together these days. Beautiful, that is. Beautiful. Now we'll get this angle welded on. Change of plan. The crane has decided to come and just landed. So I've assembled a few bits on the floor, as you can see down there with the telehandler. Yeah, sound. Down in a minute. Joel's just got here with dinners. So we've had to cut off a few brackets and move them about. that's going to carry a beam that we're going to put in a minute with a crane right across there. So basically all them steels we're going to land on all the pad stones all around here. And we've got a big airframe to put up in that corner, that far corner. So we've just got this last angle iron to weld on here, because we need to position the crane where my van is here to reach the back corner of the house. Dinner's here as well. We'll get this one done, yeah. I'll go down and get my chicken tikka wrap. Oh, this is why I like working for these men. Because they always buy here lunch. What are you, Joel?
Alright.
Always get lunch in, won't you?
Go on,
When we
baby.
come on your jobs.
Hey, big shout out to Frank Horrocks, my main man. Go on, baby.
Frank Horrocks.
He's a big fan.
He's a big fan.
Big fan at WELDERFABBER.
Big fan at WELDERFABBER. Top one. So we'll start hoisting all these up into position in a minute. So dead easy lifts now. We're just going to put this beam in here, that one there, then we'll put the one in behind it, and then all these little beams in, sat on pad stones. So when it comes to steel work, it does go up really quick, providing all the holes are the right sizes and it's all cut to the right length. And I was just about to set a little camera up, a little time lapse to film it going up, but we forgot the camera, so we'll just crack on. I'll show you when it's done. So we've just done the last lift of the day now, so I'll take you up top and show you what we've done. It's getting a bit late in the day. Me and Cal got an early start tomorrow. Let's go and take a look. All done? All these steels have gone into there. Just waiting on a couple of pad stones for a few that are left on the ground. That angle iron welded on there. So that's it for today. New day, back in the workshop. Me and Callum have actually been up to Scotland to do a job on a little dumper that is a standalone episode that's coming out in a week or so's time. Whilst we've been away, little Sam, apprentice Sam, has been building this wash grid for Big Joe Phillips. You'll have seen me in a previous chapter go to his yard and measure up the hole in the ground. So what I did, I got all the steel cut in whilst we were away to make it really easy for him to put together. So the angles I got cut into length, that angle was cut into length, and all the box entrance were cut into length. That's a 7 metre by 960 wide, I think it is. So Sam can continue on with that today. Cal's just reloading his van. And we need to crack on with this. Mulcher. Did you get all the hangers on this, Cal? Did you get all the holders on this, yeah? Right. We have the door to straighten up, and I need to go and pick the bar up, which has a like a threaded end on it, a 16mm bar with a thread on one end that screws through the little bosses that actually holds the door on there. That's one of them. That should be threaded 16mm, so I've like got a 35mm OD tube drilled and threaded. The only thing that worries me about this is that these travel at such high speed. I'm not sure what that speed is, but I know they travel really fast. So with putting heat or extra weight excuse me, into that in any spot of it, it might need rebalancing. So I'll have to speak to the customer about that to see if he wants me to get it rebalanced. Otherwise, if you keep running this without these on, say if you got a few of them missing, it'll start to shake itself to death, or shake the bobcat to death, whatever machine it goes on. So there's a bit of hard facing to do on that, and a few other little bits and bats to do on it. So me and Cal have got to go out to a PC 130. Do you want to go on your own? Do you want me to come here, take them off with you and that?
Yeah, you can do one.
Yeah?
The big one, won't it?
Yeah. So I'll put a picture on screen now. That's what we're going to go out to today. I prefer to just go and take the ram off with Cal, have a look at it, because I told the customer it is a crack. You see that big crack? It is weldable. It's weldable, but we don't know how much stress has been put on that plate above that crack, or is that crack continuing right through. Now then, I've given them a price just to weld it, but that will change if that plate needs to come off and be replaced, which I also told him before on the phone. And I think I'll do a few jobs with you like that till you know what I mean, till you can confident enough to do it on your own. You can do it on your own, but you just need a lift getting that ram off and that. Right, Cal, so we might as well crack on with this for a couple of hours, because we're not going to that. We'll just let the traffic die down. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. No DTM lads are in yet. They start at 7, and we'll get over there. We'll probably set off at 9:30 after traffic's died down. All right. Is your van sorted now? Yeah.
Tried it, Garrett. Nice and clean.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you given it a good clean? Oh, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. So we went up to Abby. We were right at top end of Scotland. 7-hour drive, 7-hour drive back, and we spent the night there doing a job. And me and Cal went in this van together. We thought we'd give it a run, see what it runs like, see what the fuel economy is like on the new tyres, which it does actually drain the fuel. Not by a lot, well, it depends what you call a lot. It's probably about 20-30 mile a tank. We used a lot more up way there than up way back though, didn't we? Yeah, a lot more. It must be a lot more uphill. So we use a lot more fuel going. Just 2 tanks of fuel going there and back. But before we give a little Annie a run out, and what a good little van it is. Obviously, you know I run Bella Blue, and we're stuck at 56 mile an hour, and you've got all the regs with the operator's licence. You know something, I nearly sold the van because of the operator's licence. It was an absolute nightmare to get, I'll be honest with you, if you're running a 5-ton vehicle, and I've got a restricted operator's licence, so I don't know what it'd take to get the full operator's licence with a lot of vehicles on it. And I've got to do an online seminar in a couple of weeks, 4 hours. So I'm looking forward to that. All to do with the DVSA. So the DVSA have been good to me over the years, so that's a good thing. And I think I do have a few followers in the DVSA. So Carl, we'll crack on, and we'll get out to that job shortly. So we just arrived in Rochdale at this little PC 130 Komatsu, and it's broke on the dipper ram. Aye. So really, this plate should be replaced, but I've given the customer the option of replacing that or just to weld the crack up. Now just to weld that crack up, we'll just have to lift the boom up a little bit so we can take that pin out, pull the rod in, so it'll give us access to this crack on both sides. So really that just wants a full pen butt weld on it now. So we'll grind it right back, both sides, put a good root in it, and then we can flush it off on the back side and put a good weld on this side here. That is the cheapest option. It is an old machine, as you can see. I don't know what hours are on it, but it's a fairly old girl. So really, like I say, it would need a new plate on it. I cannot tell how much stress is in the top of that plate that's been put in here. There is devices that you can buy that would tell me how much stress has been put in that plate, but at this moment in time we have not got any of them available, but I will have in time. So I'll give Cal a lift. Cal's on site with me here. Yeah. I'll give Cal a lift getting this ram off, get it in a position where I can leave him to do the repair, and what I'll have to do, I'll give you the customer's number and he'll have to come back and help you put it back together. Yeah. It is a site where the machine's on its own. There's nothing else around us. So with something like this, Cal needs a bit more experience, and he will gain the experience by sending him out on his own. So I'll just get you set up, we'll get a cam set up, and then I can lead him to it. Alright, get a cam set up now, take it pin out. So just knock the pin out, lower the boom down a little bit so it's a more decent height for us to work on. I'm looking at the crack now. The crack goes right to the top. You see there? I'm putting some heat on it to burn the grease away. It might be better to knock this off and press it in the van. Do a full pen butt weld on it, like I said. We'll just get an hammer and punch on that, see if it moves. There's only like a little fraction of material holding it on. So can you see the chalk line I put on there? That means it needs prepping back down to nothing. Whereas this side, see how we've already kind of got a prep there in that position. So we can also take that back down to nothing all the way around that chalk line. And that's how big the weld will be, them 2 chalk lines. So we're going to take these 2 little locking blocks out of the way, cut them off, weld them back on afterwards. And I'll prep this, and then we'll prep that with the gas. Get it tapped back on with a pin in situ so we know it's nice fit. Put a little tie bar across to stop it trying to pull in when we're welding it. And all should be good. I'll give you a lift, Cal, till you're in welding position. So now we've got a prep there, we should have a 3mm gap once we put that plate back up to it to allow the weld to go right through. Full pen butt weld. So now we've got it assembled and we've got the root running. Cal's going to put a few caps on it. So we put multi-runs now going vertical. That root run's gone right through to the other side. So we'll get the die grinder in from the other side and grind it back so it's flush. You see how we've got the plate tacked on it to stop it from moving. We've also got a tab to start. Really, we could do with a tab at the top to run off, but you can always fill that in afterwards if there's a bit of a slight gap. So now that Callum's in a position where I can leave him welding on his own, the customer will help him put it back together, I can get off to another job. Cal, are you going to be alright finishing that off?
Yeah, not too bad, no.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not too bad, do you?
Right. Put a couple of runs in it, yeah? Fill it up, cap it off, flush it off, both sides. Yeah? Right.
Right, so as you're seeing up time lapse now that we've just got the pin back in and welded the locking barters back on, the locking for the bolts. Keep the pin in. We flush the weld back off. With a quick lick of paint. Customer's happy. So we're going to get wrapped up and get back to the yard and crack on with the next job. Happy days.
Well, the director's just turned up. That means we've hit bingo. That means the end of a chapter. So, hope you like these videos that we keep putting out for you every week. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.